I get it. I'll play Reasoning Gate. Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Got a lot of requests for this deck because I think people just want to see me suffer. That's the last bad thing I'll say about Reasoning Gate in this video. I know a lot of people like this deck, and I understand why. And honestly, I've said this many times. This is one of the decks that I first thought about getting into when I started playing GOAT format for fun. So, all right. This is what we're going to start with. Anyway, this is NB's list from the Clash of Champions. NB won the tournament. NB 96, I believe, is the name. I'm just going to double check that because I don't want that to be wrong. Yeah, NB 96 is correct. Okay. So, if you haven't watched the video on the official GOAT format YouTube channel yet, you should definitely go do that. And honestly, if you're watching one of my videos and you haven't seen it, I'm not sure what's going on there. The JDZ and the people put out great content over there, so we'll have a link for that in the description. We're just going to throw off the Pot of Greed and just like pass this turn. I'm not even going to throw off the Graceful Charity. Because something, you know, could happen. Delinquent Duo could take out our reasonings, and then we may need to fish for something else. So we're not totally informed on what we want to do here. And, you know, we can just do what we need to on the next turn. Yeah, there's no reason to build up a whole deal here when we don't really need to, though. We have BLS, double reasoning with the Graceful Charity, and now we have a giant Trunade. So I think what I'm going to do, I mean, we could very well probably just OTK this turn, right? Assuming the reasonings get value, but even then the reasonings may not even need to get value. So let's just start on Jar of Greed. Looks like we're playing against a water deck. Don't know if I even want to upstart yet, to be honest. Though 9,000, I suppose. 9,000 versus 8,000 is probably trivial. Just flip our Reckless Greed. Draw. Okay, now, oh, Monster Reincarnation probably makes things pretty cool here. Well, maybe not, because we already have 2 Chaos Monsters, right? Turn off this auto draw. Now we'll upstart. Alright, so Tune Table helps out the Graceful Charity here a lot. Let's just go ahead and Giant Trunade. We are very much going for a kill this turn. So activate Tune Table. Yeah, we're going to be doing a whole lot of special summoning, so I guess we can just go through the whole package. I know NB said in the video that a lot of times you don't grab the Toon Cannon Soldier, but that's mostly to play around trap dust shoot and stuff, and we're actually just going for it here. Alright, so I think we throw off Reasoning first and see how that goes, and then we can Graceful Charity. From there, we already have our 6 in hand. They call 8. Okay, that makes sense. So maybe we can hit something other than Demock here. Alright, we do. We get a Crane. That's nice. Draw a card. Another Giant Trunade. Isn't amazing. Let's see. We know the opponent's calling 8. We have one more Crane in the deck. We have the Jinzo in hand. But if they put it in the graveyard, that's probably fine. Yeah, let's just Reasoning, and then we'll Graceful Charity later. I'm not sure if this is correct. I know people are all about their sequencing for this, but Reasoning is a little bit more randomized, and I don't want to draw my Sacred Crane here because I had a feeling my opponent was going to call 8. Okay. Demock's in the graveyard now. Do we still have Monster Gates in the deck? No, all the Monster Gates are gone. Okay, so that's a card that we could have drawn. Well, I guess Monster Gate doesn't do anything. What am I looking for now? Toon Cannon Soldier gets this Sacred Crane in the graveyard. So are there Dimension Fusions left? There's 1 in the grave. Okay, there are No, there are 2 in the grave. So we have 1 Dimension Fusion left in the deck. Sure, let's see if we can draw it here. Snatch Steel, Chaos Sorcerer. So we do have Snatch Steel. Toon Cannon Soldier can put this in the... Well, we can sacrifice for Jinzo. Take this Mother Grizzly. That'd be 3,800. 6,800. We don't have a kill here? Huh. That's unfortunate. But we don't get to draw, which is actually... Hold on. I have the Demock in the graveyard. I can Monster Reincarnation Demock, Snatch Steal this, summon Demock. And that gets back Dimension Fusion. Okay, so let's discard Jinzo. And let's discard Toon Cannon Soldier. And then we will activate Monster Reincarnation. Let's just discard this giant Trunade. Get back Demock. Snatch Steal the Mother Grizzly. Normal summon Demock. Declare. Get back Dimension Fusion. Then we'll summon out BLS. Banishing Sacred Crane. And does Jinzo do it? Yeah, Jinzo does it. So we'll just do it that way. And then Dimension Fusion. Cool. And opponent's going to concede. So against water, do we treat this like warrior? Because our opponent like set some cards. Because ENB was siding out like Trunades and the Toon package for Royal Decree and some real traps. I think we probably don't need to do that until we see, you know, exactly what kind of water deck it is. Maybe we just side on the Lightning Vortex here. Or the Brain Control. Brain Control seems pretty good. But I guess, we'll just side in the Vortex. Take out one of these Toon Table of Contents. Until we really see, you know, sort of what kind of water deck this is. As you can see, fumbling through all of those decisions there, I don't have a whole lot of reps with this deck. I've been wanting to do it a little bit more. Ooh. Level Limit is interesting. Okay. Alright, we have a Reasoning, but we also have a Scapegoat, and we have this Monster Gate. And all of the other cards in our hand are fairly good, so I don't want a card destruction here for sure. I think we just set the Scapegoat and pass, and we can build up until we find an answer to that level limit. Obviously, Monster Gate and Reasoning could mill us over like a Giant Trunade or a Heavy Storm or something that we could get back with Demock, but I'm going to take this 1,000 here. It's not super threatening. If we were under more pressure, I think I'd be more inclined to just play the Scapegoat, but I still think we can just pass. Yeah, I'm just going to pass, and now maybe I am more inclined to just flip up the Scapegoat, because we have this second one now, and we can just protect our life total till the end of time. Okay, so now we see Thunder Dragon, so this is a Water Chaos deck. I've seen this before. No clue exactly what's in it, but I have seen the idea on the ladder a couple of times before. Alright, so now I guess we could just completely play around Tribe. We can just take another 1,000. Treat this sort of like a combo deck where we just don't have to do anything until we really need to. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, I guess we could take the Dark Balter Challenge here, right? And notably, it doesn't protect against Scapegoat, so unfortunately, Sangan attacks over Sacred Crane. Would they? Interesting. I'm just gonna set the card destruction. I think that's my least good card here. Obviously, we need something to deal with this Dark Balter, and that's gonna be tough, but we can amass a bunch of spells here, I think. I kind of want Giant Trunade to be one of the last ones. And I guess I kind of don't need this Reasoning. Maybe I do. I don't know. I need to play some. I don't have to activate anything here. I could just set the Giant Trune, but that seems a little weird. We can draw into one later. I'm just going to activate it now. Again, I'm not sure if this is correct, but essentially I just need to string together a bunch of spells here while the opponent's kind of locked under their own level limit for a while. But I would love the opponent to do something else to hurt their life points as well, so we don't have to burn, you know, all like 7 spells into the Dark Balter. I guess if we get our opponent... Ooh. Tuned Cannon Soldier's an interesting one. Hold on. That can do a lot of damage with these scapegoats. So, I think... Oh, wow. Set the other scapegoat. I know that's risky. And I'm not going to set the Tuned Cannon Soldier, I don't think. I don't want it dying to something else. Obviously, our opponent probably sided out their Nox and something, but there's no reason to run it out and get it, like, killed by Tribe or something when we think, you know, this could be one of our avenues to victory here. I will flip up the scapegoat now. Just protect us from going below 4,000. I think that's a nice, healthy life total to be at. Opponent having to think over there. Playing this correctly or not, I'm actually kind of glad I'm in this position, because a lot of people would just quit and be like, oh, I can't beat the Dark Balter. But now I'm seeing ways... Aw. Okay. Well... Yeah, maybe I should have just taken one more 1,000 here. I'd be dealing 2,000 to the opponent. I guess I could put him down to 4,500, so then I'd need to string together 4 more spells, and then I still have to get rid of this level limit. That's pretty tough. Okay, drawing another scapegoat isn't bad. I guess the opponent would take the opportunity to blow up their Dakoichi here. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to take another 1,000 from the Sand Gang, go down to 3,000, and then try to... I mean, we're going to deal a whole lot of damage to the opponent. The only problem is we have to clear the level limit as well. Okay. I'd imagine this is lethal. Oh, it's actually not. Oh, ring. I guess ring gets me, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, our opponent has Catapult Turtle in their deck. They did have a ring. Not sure if anything we could have done would have really helped out there, but I think we did do the correct sideboarding. We got rid of... Yeah, we brought in the Lightning Vortex, which is what we want for the control strategies. We could bring in Blowback Dragon. It does help with level limit area B and the like. I don't hate that. Just cut another Toon Table. So now we still have 1 Toon Table for Tuned Cannon Soldier, which could end up being good. We'll see if we get locked under Dark Balter again. Maybe I was supposed to be more aggressive with my spells there because of the Ring of Destruction. I didn't really consider that. I was just trying to further my game plan to get there. And then again, activating the first scapegoat may have been wrong. But, okay. We'll note... keep ring a little bit more in mind there. Okay, this hand's perfectly fine. Set the Reckless Greed, pass it up. We've got a Giant Trune to do stuff here, and like now we know we need to act quicker, more quickly. Quicker's a word. Need to act a little bit more quickly, so that we can stop the opponent from doing their thing. Because they have a lot of answers, but they need to set up for that. Here, Speaking of acting more quickly, I think we activate the Reckless Greed, and then just we Giant Trunade and try to get in there. Okay, we draw Graceful Charity, which is very nice. Let's just Trunade, and then we can do some reasoning stuff. Scapegoat, sure. I guess we could try to draw into Vortex. No, I'm just going to reasoning. I don't want to draw into any of my reasoning targets here. Blowback Dragon. All right. So we get a blowback. That's pretty cool. Let's just reasoning again here. If we mill over... Okay, so we mill over Toon Cannon Soldier, which isn't ideal. But we do have Monster Gate to get rid of that, and hopefully we can get into our Demock. Alright, we do land the Demock. So now, we could Monster Gate off the Demock. Then we could bring it back with Dimension Fusion. Then we could do Pot of Greed stuff. So I think... Yeah, let's just get back the Monster Gate, I think. Really go at him this turn. Now I'll throw off the Graceful Charity. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. Nah, let's just do this first, I think. Demock goes away. We hit Sacred Crane, that's fine. We draw the Lightning Vortex, beautiful. So now we need to get a light in the graveyard somehow. Let's just... Graceful Charity now. See if we can draw... Well, that's not the light I really want to get in the graveyard. Okay, Monster Gate helps a lot. So let's discard Jar of Greed and Chaos Sorcerer. And then we Monster Gate away the Sacred Crane. We get another Sacred Crane. Okay. Alright, Toon Table of Contents doesn't actually do anything here. There are a lot of decisions. Man. Let's activate Blowback Dragon. Targeting the face down monster. One heads. Can we get another one? And in the game? Tails. Come on, one more heads. No. Okay. So we don't get that, but I guess Demock can attack over it, and then if it's I want to summon BLS first. Getting rid of Crane and Cannon Soldier. And then I will defusion. Getting back Demock. And 28, 51, 67. Yeah, we'll just get back the Toon Cannon Soldier. Okay, and we should have lethal here. So let's just banish your face down. And this goes away. Lightning Vortex. Discard Toon Table of Contents. Get rid of your goats. I missed my Demock trigger. Woe is me. It didn't matter. I've got lethal here. Unless the opponent has Kuhb, I guess. That's a reason to make sure we get stuff back. All right. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. There are a lot more decisions to this deck, and I knew that going in. I do not think Reasoning Gate is the brain dead deck that people think it is. There are a lot of different, like, little bitty decisions here and there that a lot of people don't really account for. They're just like, ooh, put big guys on board, win game. It's not quite that simple all the time. So that was a lot of thought there. Not sure if I played game 2 right. Would love to hear if maybe, you know, I was supposed to be more aggressive. And I think that's one thing that I thought of in game 3, and that's why I decided to try to go for it on this turn. And I knew, you know, I sort of had the resources there if things worked out. Reasoning, obviously, a little bit more randomized than Monster Gate because you can just not get anything if the opponent calls it correctly. But yeah, we're certainly going to get at least one more. Alrighty, we're back with more Reasoning Gate. I've been trying to switch up just using paper every time, and every time I do, I lose. Paper gang. Yeah, I think I'm going to play with this deck a little bit more in the future. I mean, obviously it helps if you're drawing Pot of Greed, Reasoning, Monster Gate, Scapegoat, but what do you do? Sometimes Dueling Book is just kind, and you're going to have one of those days. And Heavy Storm. Alright, I accept. I'm going to activate the Pot of Greed. And Trunade and Monster Gate. Good lord. Okay, so I mean, we can do a lot this turn, but I don't think we need to. We can let the opponent, you know, sort of add to the board. Maybe this is a Night Assailant. Maybe it's something, you know, that could stop us. Maybe this is a Scapegoat they have down. So I think we set Scapegoat, set Jar of Greed, and then we can, you know, we can prepare to sort of win the game on the next turn. We also just don't have to win the game. This could be, I mean, if we've got double Monster Gate Reasoning, let's be real. We're probably just gonna win the game with the hand. But it is important to note that you don't have to do that. Instep, I guess we could, you know, maybe we just baited our opponent into summoning a bunch of, or setting a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna activate the Scapegoat here. Go to my turn, draw Snatch Steal, okay. Let's activate Jar of Greed. Into another jar, okay. So now we can just Heavy Storm. See what the opponent's working with over there. Solemn Judgment Sakuretsu armor. With 2 sets, so it's probably not Warriors. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think we just throw off Monster Gate here. I'm not sure if Reasoning or Monster Gate is correct. I guess Reasoning is... Yeah, I think it's Monster Gate. I'm honestly not sure there. Reasoning is a little bit more random, but I think, like, since we're trying to just build up a positional board here, potentially, just getting something on the board is probably right. We could Monster Gate again. I don't hate that. Now that we have a Jinzo, we don't really have to worry about a whole lot of traps and stuff. But maybe we just want a Reasoning now just to see if we hit something. Sure. And, like, we've got a lot of stuff left in the deck, so the opponent can't even call 6 and stop us now, so they could call 4, which hits Sacred Crane, or, you know, yeah, they hit the Sacred Crane. It's not really that big of a deal. We could Monster Gate again, because now we're, like, 50-50 Sacred Crane Demock. Sure. Oh, never mind. We have Toon Cannon Soldier, right? Okay, we'll just summon out the Cannon Soldier. That's not really that big of a deal. Let's attack. This may have been too aggressive. Okay, they get back their Pot of Greed. That's fine. I'm just going to pass the turn. We've got a Jinzo here. Hopefully the opponent can't do anything about it. But we know, you know, with the Solemn Judgments and stuff, they are playing a trap-heavy build. Now we are 50-50 on Crane and Demok. So that last Monster Gate may have been a little bit of a misplay. Maybe the reasoning was as well. But, like I said, not a whole lot of reps here. Not sure of what that correct sequence was supposed to be. This is how we learn. Yeah, into Graceful Charity, you got it. And maybe we weren't supposed to do any of that. But maybe just let our opponent sit there and develop a little bit more. Open us up to more lines to push some damage in. Maybe they want to flip that Magician of Faith there. So that's kind of weird from the opponent, right? Golem Sentry. And we're going to bounce the Cannon Soldier. Okay. Oh, okay. Go Control with Golem Sentry. Chaos Control with Golem Sentry. This is like old. Oops, sorry. Misclick. So we can Giant Trunade our Jinzo back if we want to. We can like Snatch Steal their Thousand Eyes Restrict. We've got some plays that we can make here. Chaos Sorcerer is also something that we can't do just yet. We can summon Toon Cannon Soldier, and that will turn it on. But I kind of just want to Trunade here. I really want to play the Jinzo back out. Now that the opponent is showing a lot of back row. No. That goes to hand, thank you. I'd like to Snatch Steal your Thousand Eyes Restrict, please. This takes care of their face down as well. Obviously, if they have like a Chaos Monster or something, then they can kind of take care of this Jinzo, but I think I'll set the Jar of Greed this time. I would expect my opponent at this point to have an answer to the Jinzo. If they do and it doesn't get banished, then of course we have a Chaos Sorcerer we can follow up with here. Upstart's pretty nice. Just helps us dig a little bit. Alright, Toon Table. We're just going to fire these off to get them out of our deck. Because obviously having the Toon Cannon Soldier here, they're not great. Alright, let's attack into whatever that is. Book of Moon, sure. Activate Jar. Defusion. Okay. I'm gonna set the Toon Table. There's not really any reason not to. If the opponent wants to go crazy with a Breaker, an MST, or whatever, you know, be my guest. Okay. So Jinzo's gone, but now we have Defusion. So I would love for the opponent to kill this Toon Cannon Soldier. Okay, we have another another Golem Sentry, sure. I guess, like, we don't even have to have them kill the Toon Cannon Soldier. We can just summon it and sack it, right? Time Seal. Okay. Sure. It's a pretty cool deck from the opponent here. Set a monster. Flip that back down. No draw. This is interesting. Yeah, I think I want to do this play. Obviously, if our opponent's last card is a Solemn Judgment, that's not good. Oh. Well, alright then. They're gonna Solemn the Toon Cannon Soldier? Oh, I guess they're worried about well, like, if it's Monster Gate, don't you just... Interesting. I wonder what they're worried about there. Well, this lets me do fun things. So, here's a Chaos Sorcerer. Here's Dimension Fusion. Get back the boys. And the bird. Like to draw that card that you selfishly would not let me draw this turn, opponent. We just summoned the other Crane here. No, we summoned Toon Cannon Soldier, so that would be an illegal play. So, okay, the opponent's going to concede. Cool. That was a wild game. But, let's see. We definitely want Lightning Vortex, and that's probably... I guess we could bring in the Blowback again. Like we did the last time, just cut 2 Toon Tables. I wonder, am I supposed to be bringing in Torrential against the Scapegoat deck? I don't think so. I think the Vortex is probably good enough here. Sure. Yeah, like I've said, a couple times now, I'm excited to get some more reps with this deck because there are a lot more decisions than a lot of people think, and I would like to learn it more. I'm sure there have been some sequencing errors on my end, and I've just gotten lucky to pull through it, but... Alright, turn 1 swords. Don't really care about that. We can just sit here and build up stuff until we can go off. I mean, we also have just the giant Trunade. Oh. Alright, let's see what these upstarts bring. I mean, if I get a D fusion... Oh. We can go wild here. Yeah, I'm going to see what I draw off the Graceful Charity here and give it a shot. Can discard Demock. And Crane, and then honestly, I would be able to get back... I'd be able to get back the Graceful Charity. I could put the Blowback Dragon in the yard, Premature Burial, and we're looking at 28, 44... lethal, potentially here. So, I mean, yeah, we're just going to go for it. This is hinging a little bit on the Blowback Dragon activation working, but even if it doesn't, I mean, we're still just in a great spot. So we're going to get back the Graceful Charity, draw a card. Scapegoat doesn't help out a whole lot, but let's just fire off the Graceful here. Okay, so we have Jinzo, Blowback Dragon. I guess we want to get back the Blowback Dragon here to see if we can just win the game on the spot. Scapegoat's not doing a whole lot. This Giant Trunade's not really doing a whole lot either, but let's just get rid of Scapegoat. Prima. Get back Mr. Dragon. Declare. Target your face down monster. Cool. Oh, I guess we could have discarded the Jinzo too, because we can just Giant Trunade back the Premature Burial. But not going to matter. Face down's gone. Giant Trunade, you're dead. So yeah, no, I definitely should have, because then if the Blowback Dragon didn't work, I could have also put a Jinzo on the board and just tried to attack through everything. But cool. I mean, nice little turn 1 kill there. I'm feeling good. Let's get another one. All right, the mythical third match. I know most videos on this channel are only 2 matches just because of time stuff, but you know, I'm feeling pretty good. This deck's fun to play. I hate playing against this deck still, but it's fun to play. I'll give it that. This hand's not ideal. We do have Reckless Greed to help draw to stuff. And we've got Scapegoats to keep us alive. Oh, Warrior. Okay, well, this is a bad matchup. Here you go. Here's my hand. Enjoy. Double Scapegoat, pretty good against Warriors, for sure. Don't need to set both of them this turn, obviously. That's not the ideal play. But set Scapegoat, set Reckless Greed. Just go ahead and pass up the turn. Yep, Kaiku, you got it. I'm going to take 16. And I'll just flip goats here. Oh, okay. So it's not just straight up Warriors. Got it. So we have 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. It's already written down on my notepad. I have, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines written down on there, and they're all Thunder Dragon ×2. Good stuff. I think we can probably just freely throw off this reasoning here, because we do have Prima and we have Monster Reincarnation. Seems good to me. And if they have like a Solemn Judgment here, not really that big of a deal. See what they want to call. No problem. For once today, it is not I doing the thinking. I is not grammatically correct. Me? I'm from Kentucky, who knows? Mill 8. Well, not Mill 8. Okay, so they hit the DMOC. That's fine. I don't think we want a Reckless Greed here. We just throw off Prima, see if it works. Don't think my opponent has... What would we get back with the DMOC here? Probably just Reasoning. I mean, that's probably fine enough, right? Declare. We could get back Heavy Storm. But I think we just get back Reasoning. So that way if... Yeah, I mean, we could get back Heavy Storm, because we do have Defusion, so if something happens to the DMOC here... we can just get it back, and then into Reasoning, and we have Heavy Storm to protect. Yeah, let's just get Heavy Storm. That makes a lot of sense to me going forward. And let's just get rid of this Kaiku. Alright, Sakuretsu, not a big deal. We could get back DMOC here, but I don't think we really have to. Let's just pass the turn. Since we have these Scapegoats, we already have a defense going. I guess the reason to go ahead and get it back would be Delinquent Duo. So I didn't quite think about that, but this also plays around Snatch Steal from my opponent, potentially. So, you know, which one of do you want to play around, I guess? This also plays around, you know, potential Chaos Monster if the opponent is able to get a Dark into the graveyard here, which I guess isn't, you know, too trivial for them. Opponent having a big think over there. They can probably guess that my face down is Reckless Greed. Yeah, and we know they have 2 Thunder Dragons in hand, so they've only got 3 other, like, real cards to decide between. They know we have Heavy Storm too, which can make back row decisions a little stressful. And they know we have another Scapegoat, so, like, they also have to play to try to get around the Scapegoat. For Thunder Dragon? Sure. So they're going to get through the goats here. This is fine. So yeah, they have to be like somewhat aggressive because they have to take out these scapegoats. And then especially knowing another one's coming, but they can't get like too aggressive because like Demock is looming here. Interesting spot from the for the opponent. Tune Table of Contents is going off first. Thin the deck out a little bit, and I do think I am going to go ahead and just grab the Cannon Soldier to hand. Did the other Tune Table go to the yard? I guess it did. Okay. Yeah, it's in the yard. Cool. I'm just going to flip the Reckless Greed now. We've got good cards for days. So, into Graceful Charity and Chaos Sorcerer. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. We don't have a Dark in the yard, but we can get one there very easily with this Graceful Charity. So, let's just throw off the Heavy Storm. Okay. Pretty good set by the opponent. I was thinking maybe that could be it, but like, what do? You send back the Cannon Soldier? I guess you send back Chaos Sorcerer? Yeah, sending back Chaos Sorcerer makes a whole lot more sense. Because I have this Dimension Fusion. You don't really want me to get back. Well, I guess it would just only get back the Cannon Soldier at this point, but we're kind of going a little bit for glory here. Hopefully the Scapegoat draws us something good. Opponent's really thinking this through. Respect that. That's something, obviously, that I need to work on a little bit more. Oh, we're sending the Toon Cannon Soldier back. Okay. Suppose that also makes sense in the vein of sending back the Chaos Sorcerer. So we've got still the double Thunder Dragon in hand. Let's just throw off this Graceful Charity. Okay, so let's get rid of Sacred Crane, and I guess it has to be Chaos Sorcerer here. Sure. Monster Reincarnation. Get back the BLS. Summon BLS. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Can't summon the BLS, that's fine. Because we can just Dimension Fusion. We get less value out of it, but that's fine. We get back the Demock. So getting ahead of myself a little bit there. But here's the Demock. So I guess I shouldn't have Monster Reincarnationed there. And I think here, do we want the Graceful Charity or do we want the Reasoning? Reasoning helps push a little bit more onto the board, potentially. There's Graceful Charity, just a very good card. Well, I'm just going to get the Graceful Charity. Reasoning's a little... Okay. So let's ship... Do I want to ship Jinzo? Chaos Sorcerer. And I want to keep the Scapegoat around. But I also kind of want to keep Giant Trunade around. Could just be Jinzo. And we can hopefully get it back at some point. Though reasoning is kind of not... I mean, Jinzo's not doing anything here either, right? With the giant Trionade, those are basically the same thing. So yeah, let's just ship the Jinzo. The opponent has access to light monsters for days. So let's just attack over the Kaiku here. Get that gone. And we'll set the Scapegoat and pass. So we know the opponent's going to have 2 real cards and 2 Thunder Dragons. They don't have the ability to put BLS on the board or any sort of Chaos Monster unless they are able to get a Dark into the graveyard. Okay. Exiled Force is fine. That was the reason to get back the Defusion, but... this is fine. Throw off the reasoning before we throw off the giant Trunade, see if that brings out a trap from the opponent. Though, I mean, they can safely just call 4 here. Maybe they don't know that. So drawing the Jinzo is a little annoying. They actually pitch a Thunder Dragon. So we have 1 Thunder Dragon in hand. Alright, 1 out of 2 on Reckless Greed. We don't get to draw here. I guess pitching the Thunder Dragon makes the Blade Knight a 2K. So that makes sense. Let's just throw off the reasoning. See what they call. If they don't call 4, and we hit Cannon Soldier here, I mean, we just win the game. They call 5. There's no 5 in our deck. Beautiful. Crane. Okay. We probably have lethal here. Oh, with Monster Gate, we certainly have lethal. So now we'll throw off the giant Trunade. Let's see what they've got here. Another big think. Not sure, like, if it's a Ring of Destruction, they're still dead. Not really a whole lot they can do here, right? Solemn Judgment doesn't do anything. Ring of Destruction doesn't do anything. Book of Moon doesn't. Oh, okay, it is Ring. Sure. So this is 1,000, 3,000, 4,000. So we just need the Monster Gate. Let's go get our boy, the Cannon Soldier. Yep, there he is. Attack your Blade Knight. Attack you. Main phase 2. Get rid of these tokens. That was a fun game. Playing a little bit more of like the positional strategy. Got a little bit ahead of myself against the Kaiku. We were fine there. I think one decision maybe you could think of there is to bring in, or could have gotten the Defusion back instead of, what did I get back? The Heavy Storm? I honestly can't even remember. I would have to watch it back, but yeah, I think those are the decisions that could have been made differently. Hold on, we're bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So NB mentioned taking out those 7. Oh, I guess we're taking out traps too, since we're bringing in traps. So we just get rid of all of these. That makes sense to me. So then, I mean, we actually upped our trap count. But Call of the Haunted's pretty good against Warrior, right? Maybe these others are just better. I know NB specifically mentioned bringing in the blowback, the Tyrant Dragon. And cutting the Trunades and the Toon package. I'm not sure exactly what else was cut. I may have not been listening. I was trying to feed the pigs at the same time while also listening and trying to watch as much as I could. But, yeah. This is fine. Now we hope that that is correct. If it's not, I mean, if there's anything I did in this video that was wrong, honestly, I would love to know. That's a whole part of uploading all of these videos, is to learn. Being a little newer to the strategy. Let's just get rid of Jinzo. Yeah, I mean, like, if our opponent sets a Solemn or something, having Jinzo in hand isn't great. Torrential can help protect. Monster Gate off of Reasoning is fine. Let's just get rid of Jinzo, I think. I think having Jinzo in hand isn't the way that I'm going to get back into this game, I guess is the way to put it. Alright, so we already have Thunder Dragon ×2 written on the written on the notepad. So we don't need to do that again. Our opponent is also not incentivized to name 6 now for Reasoning. And that could be another, you know, just sort of mind game thing to send the Jinzo to the graveyard here. Because now, if we hit Blowback, it's pretty good. Like, we could take out this face down, or we could take out this face down, or we could take out the Thunder Dragon in the graveyard. We could take out our opponent's Avatar. Blowback Dragon can target anything. Alright, please Trap Dust shoot me. Please Trap Dust shoot me. Please Trap Dust shoot me. Never lucky. Alright, here's a Reasoning opponent. Get the mill button ready. 8. You got it. Sork doesn't count. Alright, we got our Crane, which is nice. Help with the card advantage. Card destruction. What you got for me? We gonna blow this up so that I can't Monster Gate it? We're gonna Raigeki break it. Okay, that's fine. So no one Thunder Dragon, one other. I'm gonna set Torrential and Scapegoat. It's kind of a non-bow, but we don't have to throw off the Torrential. Like, if the opponent wants to... Okay, they hit the Scapegoat. That's fine. Like, if the opponent wants to summon a monster, I can Torrential whatever. And then I can still have the Scapegoat to use for Monster Gate. Nidoria. Okay, that's fine. Now, Torrential, if your last monster is a Chaos monster, you know. If your last card is a Chaos monster, so be it. It's not. It's a back row. We draw Defew, which isn't doing anything here. Is a powerful card. Monster Gate is a powerful card, but I think if my opponent's so low on resources, well, do I really just want a card destruction away their Thunder Dragon? Not really. I think we can pass here. We're not under any sort of pressure. So we can just kind of build stuff up. Maybe these come online, like a draw Chaos Sorcerer or a BLS here. That'd be a big game. Instead, we're going to get hit by a Donzalug, probably. Please don't have Donzalug. Oh, Exile Force. Yeah, who cares? Not I. And we're just going to summon it. Okay. So that's sending strong signals about this back row. Being able to protect Exiled Force. Because you don't want to just summon that thing, really, ever. I'm just going to pass again. We're not under any serious pressure. Once again, no reason to give my opponent a real card for their Thunder Dragon. Though, Tyrant Dragon is a card that I would like to pitch to card destruction. For sure. Another back row for the opponent. Another Monster Gate for me. We're at 6,000. I'm gonna roll it one more turn. And we'll go from there. Obviously, if our opponent has a Solemn Judgment and they sniff out that the card destruction is necessary here, that's kind of bad for me. But ooh, that's a good one. Hold on. Oh, that's a really good one. How do we play through the back row here? Alright. Let's get the Chaos Sorcerer. Special summon the Chaos Sorcerer. Getting rid of this and Jinzo. Yeah, we'll activate Prio. And then, if nothing happens here to the Chaos Sorcerer, we can Monster Gate it away and see if that procs something from the opponent, but I feel like they're going to take out the Chaos Sorcerer. Oh, Torrential. Sure. What do we think this is? It's got to be like exactly Solemn Judgment to punish me here, right? Alright, sick. We get the Jinzo and the Sacred Crane. Alright, successfully didn't draw the Demox, so I think I am going to throw off a Monster Gate here. Alright, please hit Democ, please hit Democ, please hit Democ, please hit Democ. Come on, deck. I guess we get to go again. Oh, too easy. What are we getting back here? Reasoning? I mean, oh, they're not going to call 6, so I could hit a Blowback Dragon. Oh, just Prima. Prima, yeah. Give back Tyrant Dragon. And that should be good enough unless there's a Book of Moon over there. What? Oh, it can't come back from the graveyard, right. See, you know, reading the card explains the card, but I guess I'm just going to get back the Sacred Crane. Which is fine, because I have Monster Gate here. Because that was not quite lethal. Another Crane, okay. It's fine. Pot of Greed, yeah. Just throw off this Reasoning. I don't think they're going to call 6, so I think Blowback Dragon will probably get them. Cannon Soldier gets them. I guess if they call 4 and I hit Cannon Soldier, but I haven't normal summoned yet, I could potentially card Destruction into Blowback. Oh, they call 5. Well, they're dead then. Alright, get Blowback. Try to crunch in for game here. Here's where they flip Scapegoat, and I get real sad. I guess I should have activated Blowback too. Just got my eye set on winning the game here, and like the only thing that punishes me is a spell, which is going to be Book of Moon Scapegoat, which Blowback wouldn't be able to really deal with anyway. Though I guess that would have informed me that, I mean, I can just go for could go for try to draw the Cannon Soldier anyway and summon it. But yeah, nope, that's going to be a Reasoning Gate. This is going to be a bit of a longer one, so you all asked for this deck. Clearly I don't play it a lot. A lot of sequencing errors, probably. A lot of small mistakes that can probably be fixed. But again, don't have a ton of reps on the deck. Still enjoyable. Somehow won all 3 matches. Drew like a god most of the time. That'll do it with Reasoning Gate. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I know a lot of people have asked for this video for a bit. So yeah, thank you all. We'll be back with the next video.